Somehow, in the span of 70 years, we took one of the cheapest, most effective climate tools ever invented, a piece of rope, and replaced it with a 5,000-watt metal box that destroys our clothes, inflates our electric bill, and pumps CO2 into the atmosphere every single day. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how much your dryer is really costing you, why half the planet never adopted them in the first place, and 5 things you can do this weekend to take back $400 a year without spending a cent. Let's do the math nobody shows you, because when the appliance industry talks about dryer costs, they give you exactly one number, the electricity. And yeah, that number alone is ugly. The average American household runs about 4 loads of laundry a week. Your electric dryer burns roughly 3 kilowatt hours per load. At today's average US rate of 16 cents per kilowatt hour, that's about $100 a year just to spin hot air. But that's where the industry stops counting. Here's what they don't tell you. Every time you empty that lint trap, you're looking at your clothes. Literally. Lint is your fabric, broken fibers, snapped threads, disintegrated cotton that the dryer has physically beaten out of your wardrobe. Studies have found that tumble drying can cut a garment's usable lifespan nearly in half compared to line drying. If you spend $600 a year on clothes, which is below the US average, the dryer is costing you another $150 to $200 in premature replacement. That t-shirt that peeled after 20 washes, it would have lasted 40 on a line. Then there's the dryer itself. Average lifespan, 10 to 13 years. Average cost, $800 to $1,200. Amortize that, factor in repairs, belt replacements, heating elements, vent cleanings, and you're at another $80 to $120 a year. Electricity, $90. Premature clothing replacement, $9,775. Dryer amortization plus repairs, $177 to $400 every single year for the rest of your life. Over 30 years, that's $12,000 minimum gone. Here's the part that should actually make you angry. Before 1950, almost nobody in America owned a dryer, and nobody felt deprived because the alternative worked. A clothesline dries a load in 2 to 4 hours using nothing but sunlight and wind. Both are free. One of them, UV light, is a natural disinfectant that literally kills bacteria. Then came the post-war appliance boom. Dryer manufacturers ran massive ad campaigns reframing the clothesline as backward, poor, and critically unsightly. Suburban HOAs started banning them. By 2007, roughly half of Americans lived under covenants that made line drying illegal. Illegal! The most efficient drying technology ever invented had been criminalized in much of the country. Meanwhile, the rest of the world just didn't do this. In Italy, only around 4% of households own a dryer. Walk through any Italian city, laundry on every balcony. In Germany, dryer ownership is roughly 40%. In Japan, where apartments are small and energy costs high, families dry clothes on futon poles and balcony racks almost universally. Japanese laundry culture is so developed that entire product categories, pinch hangers, telescoping poles, indoor rain day racks, exist that most Americans have never laid eyes on. And here's the kicker. Clothes from those countries last longer, smell fresher, feel softer, because they haven't been tumbled at 150 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes, 5 loads a week, for a decade. 19 US states have now passed right-to-dry laws overturning HOA bans, but most people don't even know these laws exist, and the cultural memory of how to line dry efficiently has been almost completely lost in one generation. Now, let's talk about the part that affects everyone, even people who don't care about their electric bill. Residential clothes dryers in the United States consume on the order of 60 billion kilowatt hours of electricity per year. That's comparable to the annual electricity consumption of entire countries like Denmark or Portugal. Just to dry clothes, in one nation. That electricity produces tens of millions of metric tons of CO2 annually, the climate equivalent of adding millions of extra cars to the road. Forever. And the irony is almost painful. Every watt your dryer burns came from somewhere. Maybe a natural gas plant, maybe a coal plant. That energy traveled hundreds of miles, lost efficiency along the way, arrived at your home and got converted into heat to do a job the sun was already going to do for free outside your window. The sun delivers roughly 1,000 watts of energy per square meter to the Earth's surface every clear day. A clothesline, unironically, is one of the highest ROI solar technologies ever invented, and it costs $8 at the hardware store. Okay, you're convinced. Here's how you actually claw back that $400. Starting this weekend, none of these cost anything. None require you to abandon your dryer completely. All 5 stack. You don't have to line dry everything. Line dry only the slow-drying, high-cost items. Jeans, towels, sheets, hoodies, sweaters. These account for about 80% of your dryer's energy use and 100% of the items most damaged by tumbling. Keep using the dryer for socks and underwear if you want. You'll cut your dryer runtime by roughly 60% without changing your life. Most washing machines let you add a second spin cycle or select a higher spin speed. A spin cycle uses about 2% of the energy of a dry cycle, but it removes up to 30% more water from your clothes before they ever reach the dryer. That cuts dry time by 15 to 20 minutes per load. Free time, free money. If you're still using dryer sheets, throw them out. Replace them with 3 wool dryer balls. One-time cost, around $12, lasts 5 years. They separate clothes, speed up airflow, and reduce dry time by 20 to 25%. Bonus, they eliminate static without dumping chemicals on your skin. The lint trap catches maybe 75% of lint. The rest builds up in the vent hose and the exterior vent. A clogged vent can double your dry time and, no exaggeration, cause house fires. The U.S. Fire Administration logs thousands of dryer fires every year. Disconnect the hose, vacuum it out, clear the outside vent flap, do it every 6 months. Takes 15 minutes. If you live somewhere cold, wet, or have no outdoor space, this one's your cheat code. A $20 folding rack in a spare room dries a full load overnight and comes with a hidden bonus. In winter, it humidifies dry indoor air, meaning your furnace doesn't have to work as hard. In summer, take it outside and it's a solar dryer. Stack these 5 and a typical household cuts dryer usage by 70 to 90%. That's $280 to $360 back in your pocket every year, forever. Plus, clothes that last twice as long. Here's the part nobody in the appliance industry wants you to connect. The fact that your grandmother's laundry routine used 0 fossil fuels, cost nothing to run, and made her clothes last longer? That's not a coincidence. It's not nostalgia. It's the system working the way it should. Before someone figured out how to sell you a $1,000 machine to do something Sunshine was already doing for free. You don't have to go back to 1950. You just have to take one small piece of it back. If this changed how you look at your laundry room, hit subscribe. I'm putting out a video every week about the hidden costs built into modern life and how to take your money back from them. Next week, I'm breaking down why your thermostat is quietly lying to you and why the comfort zone your HVAC is programmed for is costing you another $600 a year. See you then.